everyone, it's Samantha and today we're making salsa. This is just a recipe I found on Pinterest for like restaurant style salsa, which is a really smooth, liquidy type salsa, not very chunky or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it's made. First, you're gonna need either a blender or a food processor. I'm using my food processor. We don't have a big blender. We just have one of those bullet style blenders. So this is an Oster blender and it's really awesome. It's huge. And there's an accessory kit you can buy. I got this as a wedding present from one of my dear friends and I love this thing. She bought me the accessory kit to go with it and I just absolutely love it. I will link down below to like an affiliate link on Amazon if I can find this exact blender. I highly recommend it. I think it's a little bit on the high side as far as food processors go, but we've had it for many years and absolutely love this thing. And so here are the ingredients. I've got garlic. You need like a half a clove of garlic. You need about 1 jalapeno, and I just have these delicatessen style jalapeno slices. I didn't get a jalapeno at the store. 2 cans of the Rotel tomatoes, and these are just diced tomatoes with green chilies, and they're a little bit spicy, which is really good. A big can of the whole tomatoes. These are 28 ounces. And then some cilantro. It says fresh, but again, I forgot to get some, so I'm just using these dried leaves. And I'm gonna have the salsa sitting in the fridge for a while, so it'll definitely mix in and make it taste great. Cumin. I'm going to do half of an onion, even though the recipe calls for 1/4 of an onion, and then a half of a lime juiced. So in order to get the juice out, I always heard you just give it a little bit of a roll on your surface and then cut it. I also have one of these, I think it's a lemon reamer. I use this all the time. I got it off Amazon. I love that thing for juicing anything. It makes it super easy. It's way smaller than like a big juicer or anything. So I love that thing. I'll use that for this. For all the canned things, you do want to keep the juice. The juice is part of the recipe, so don't strain those when you open those. And I don't have exact measurements to everything listed down below, so you can check that out. I also forgot you're going to need salt, so I've got some pink Himalayan sea salt in here in this salt grinder. I'll just grind some over that when I'm done. So I hope everything will fit in here. I'm not quite sure it will, and these are going to splash. And then the Rotel tomatoes. Right, and you're supposed to do some garlic. I'm just gonna guesstimate on this part. I love garlic, so that should be really good. Cumin, it's 1/4 teaspoon. You're supposed to have 1 sliced jalapeno, so I'm just gonna stick in some jalapeno slices. I love jalapenos, so I'll probably go on the heavy side for this. I love them. My onion, I just gave it a rough chop because the processor is going to chop most of it. But also need some of the cilantro, and I like cilantro, so I'm going to go heavy on that too. And then I need my lime juice and my salt, and I need both hands for those, so I'm going to put the camera down. Squeeze my lime juice in there and then ground some salt on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this, and hopefully it won't squeeze out the sides or anything, because it will start to get liquidy. So there's what it looks like on the side. I'm going to just go ahead and start blending. See, it is way too full, so it is coming out the sides a little bit. I'm just going to try to pulse it instead, so I hopefully won't get all the juice out the top part. And the recipe just says make it to your desired consistency, so I would like a little bit of chunkiness in here. Let's look at it now. I want it to be mostly liquidy. Alright, so that actually looks really good. We've got some chunks in there, but it's mostly liquidy, and it smells amazing, so I am going to give this a try. And I didn't make it too spicy, hopefully. This is what I'm going to be taking to the potluck. Let me see. I'm going to give it a little try and see what it tastes like. It is really, really, really good. I did put a lot of jalapenos, so it is pretty spicy, but it does need a little bit more salt. And the original recipe calls for sugar, and I just leave that out. Most of the time, if a recipe like this calls for sugar, I try to leave it out or not put nearly as much as it calls for. because there's sugar in pretty much everything these days, and I don't like to add unnecessary sugar. So it is definitely good. All it needs is some salt, and then I'm gonna eat some of it right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I will link the original recipe down below, and I'll also include the list of ingredients, how I used them, because I did it a little bit differently than the original recipe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye. I just wanted to show you real quick how much salsa I ended up with. These are Ziploc containers, and they hold about 4 cups each. So they're both pretty full. I got just under 8 cups here. So it definitely makes a bunch of salsa. I'll take one of these to the party and keep one of these at home for me, since one of my pregnancy cravings is still tomato anything. So salsa is a big one right now. And then half of a lemon. So in order to get the lemon juice out, cumin, it's a 1/4 cup, or it's a 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm gonna just go ahead and start blending. Please give it a thumbs up if you like videos. If you like recipe videos.